Okay, 1. Hold on. Just keep going. 2. That's right. We're going to get you all the way up to level 40 at least. And also, it's not level 42 that she learns Shadow Ball. It's level 44. But at least that's a nice bit of a bump for her. We're also going to just slap this HP up onto Geist, because why not? And I do believe that that takes care of everything that I wanted to here. We might be using these PP ups here soon, but for right now, I think we are good. What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we made it to Lake Valor. Put a stop to a whole bunch of the Galactic Grunts, but it was kind of a little bit late since they already blew up the lake. But hey, at least this lake hasn't been blown up yet. Let's talk. Ouch, what's with this old timer? Well, let's get into some double battles here. We got some fighting to do. So we're going to be using both Era and, actually, I forget who was in my second slot. I think it was Geist. But we got a lot of trainers to fight through here, so let's do this thing. Now, luckily, I can fight 2 at a time here, which isn't too bad, although they do have a little bit of a disparity in the number of Pokemon that they're going to be rocking. Let's definitely use Fly on this Krogunk as I continue to focus. I think what I'm going to do with Era is I'm going to do much like what I did with Infernape, my Gyoja, and I'm just going to focus on using her until we hit that next milestone, and then I'll be able to retire her for a little while. Because, yeah, she definitely needs to get to that point where she has Shadow Ball. That is going to be hugely important for her. Otherwise, she is just going to be hitting like a wet noodle forever. Unlike Geist, who can one-shot without super effectiveness like it's nobody's business. So up you go. I'm sure another Pokemon is going to get sent out here, so I'll let Geist focus on that. Indeed. A Murkrow, I'm pretty sure he can handle that, no problem. Let's just do that again. Knock this Murkrow out right away. And then I think this Galactic Grunt's last Pokemon is also a flying type, so this will work out beautifully. Perfect. Okay, a little more experience. Obviously, Era's got a ways to go before she levels up, given that we just gave her a bunch of rare candies. But that's okay. Down you go. So there is an item that I'm definitely going to want to grab while I'm here. It's a very optional item because this is something that you can just straight up go and buy at the Veilstone department store if you want to. But it's still worth grabbing nonetheless. We're just going to use Shockwave and then Thunderbolt, whichever hits first. Yep, I figured Geist would be faster. It is the second fastest member of our team after Gyoja, after all, so it kind of makes sense. But down you go. Okay, not bad, not bad. I think I'm going to probably use another Moo Moo Milk on Era between fights. Geist has hit level 40. Awesome. And I think, actually, for this next fight, I'm going to switch Geist out for my Bronzong here. Luckily, this is the only other fight we have to deal with in this area. But yeah, because the nice thing is although I have Earthquake on my Bronzong, the nice thing is that I will not be hitting my Drifblim with it, given that she is a flying type. So that just works out beautifully. You can use Earthquake with impunity and not have to worry about anything else. Oh, Lucas, we're coming, buddy. We're coming. Knock your Pokemon into orbit. He's right there. This mission is successful. We will get a nice bonus. Well, I want to deprive you of your bonus. You're definitely working. No, I don't agree with the work, but you're also just employees, so it's like, is it really the right thing to deprive you? But of course it is. I'm going to absolutely wipe the floor with these two. Okay, Era, here's how this is going to work. I am going to have you do a fly on this side, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss out an Earthquake right off the bat. And the Quick Claw. Hey, why not? Sure. Doesn't affect Era, that's okay. Hopefully it one-shots both of these two. We will certainly see if that's the case. It's going to be some really good damage here. All right, Stunky goes down, and I'm hoping the same happens to Houndour because it doesn't have very good defenses on its own anyway. Easy peasy. Very good experience. And then Era should be able to follow up with the Fly on the next Pokemon. Because if it's the right one I'm attacking, I think I could be wrong. I might have actually picked the wrong side. I did. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that too much. What I can do now is throw out another Earthquake here. Era's going to use Fly and hit the Houndour. I definitely should have aimed for the other side because I wanted to hit the Glameow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, wasn't expecting that to one-shot either. So, yeah, Earthquake's going to do a fair bit of damage here. Gong hits level 38. Not bad. Wants to learn the move Gyro Ball. Okay, if I did not already have Flash Cannon, I'd be down for this, but I'm going to say no. Gyro Ball. Okay, let's talk about this move for just a second. So Gyro Ball does more damage depending on how slow the user is compared to the target. I think I mistakenly earlier in the Let's Play may have said that it has to do with the weight, like Grass Knot, but no, that's not the case. This is all about speed. Now, the calculation is simple. It's, well, it doesn't sound simple, but it is simple. It's base power is 150 divided by 25 times the current speed of the target over the current speed of the user plus 1. This basically amounts to the base power can be maxed out at 150 if the target speed is 6 times that of the user's speed. This is not very easy to do, obviously, because even with Bronzong, as slow as it is never going to be outsped by times 6. That's just absurd. Maybe at the absolute highest levels, but otherwise it's not going to be that much more. Now, this is an incredibly powerful move in even if the speed is only like double that of Bronzong's, it's still incredibly powerful. The problem is I'd rather just have Flash Cannon, and Gyro Ball gets so limited, so few uses that I'm not really going to worry about it too much. So we're just going to say no to that one and move on. But now we can knock this thing out after it gets a quick assist off. It's going to use Fire Fang, which, where did you, I guess that would have come off the Houndour. I was like, what? Whoa. What would that have come from? But it makes sense now that I think about it. All right, down with you. And that should be the last of the grunts here, and then we can help out Lucas. I'm sure a lot of people are probably yelling at me for not making, I can't believe it actually survived that. I'm sure, yeah, a lot of people are probably mad at me for not making Bronzong more physically oriented than specially oriented, but generally you're supposed to. I don't know. It just didn't, for the moves that I wanted to give it, I was okay with making it more specially oriented. Psychic and Flash Cannon are just too good to pass up, and also are type coverage that the rest of my team just straight up doesn't have. So there we go. All right, let's head up here. That face, it brings back bad memories. I'm talking about the Windworks. I got a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You do remember me, don't you? Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I'm Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. So that's it. Are you some lovey-dovey couple to the rescue? Not a chance. Not even a teeny one. You're all going down. So are we double battling with Lucas? Is that what's happening? No, of course not. This is going to be a solo battle, and Mars has pretty much the same team that Saturn had, except for her signature Pokemon, which we have already met once, and that is, of course, Perugly. Now, this, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's even the same moves on these two as well. So let's start out with a Shockwave. Now, I'm hoping at the very least I'll be able to two-shot this Golbat now that I've raised Era by 3 levels. Given that I was a level below the last Golbat, now I'm 2 levels above this Golbat. So hopefully, no. Wow, still not enough. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's keep Shockwaving. Here comes the bite. That's going to hurt a lot, actually. Like, a lot. It's probably going to get 2 of those off, and I'm probably going to have to swap. That's okay. We'll be all right. In fact, I think I'm going to just straight up switch to Gyoja for this, which probably doesn't sound like the smartest idea, given that this Golbat is packing Air Cutter, but I get the feeling it's going to try to use Bite again, and I will be faster than it. So, here we go. And I can just use Gyoja for pretty much the remainder of the fight. Yep, called it, and that's going to be not very effective. So now, let's just knock this thing out really quickly. I'll use a Shadow Claw. I really haven't been using that enough. I think I might actually trade out Shadow Claw just because I have so much Ghost-type coverage that's a little bit pointless. I probably could stand to give it something slightly different. But now we move on to Bronzor while I actually search up what else I probably should give my Infernape. Oh, what? I hit the wrong button there. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Flame Wheel. Excellent hit. B instead of A. All right, down you go. But probably not in one shot. That's what I thought. It's okay. Yeah, what else should I teach you? That is actually a very good question. I feel like Stone Edge. Could do Poison Jab. That actually might be nice. I mean, I have been sitting on that TM for a while, and it's not like I can teach it to anything else. So that could be kind of nice. You know, I think I might actually do that. Also, I'm surprised that this thing is still surviving. I guess that Iron Defense is what came in handy, but still. Yeah, I really don't know if I'm going to use Shadow Claw for really anything else, especially when I have 2 Ghost types on this team. But down goes you. And for the last Pokemon, Perugly, what do you think I'm going to use here? I'm going to go all in on this thing. We're just going to hit it straight up with the close combat. Let's do this. It is... Oh, crap. Fake Out. Well, it's going to stop me for a second. So this thing has Fake Out / Feint Attack and Hypnosis. It is faster? Oh my goodness. Was not expecting that at all. Wow, and it got the critical hit. That is nasty. Okay, Era, you're going to just be the sacrificial lamb here while I actually do some reviving. Sorry about that. But I really need to hit it with... I can't believe it was faster. All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use a max revive here. I know this is overkill right now, but I'm probably not going to use too many of these throughout the game, so why not? Here comes the feint attack. This will undoubtedly knock out Era if the poison doesn't also. Down she goes. That's fine. Wow, I cannot believe Perugli's speed. Is it really? Like, let me look at it. Oh, that is a lot higher than I thought it was. Holy crap. It's its best stat. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but wow, that is some damage right there. Missed the hypnosis, so we should be able to take this thing down, no problem. Get out of here. Also, that aftermath damage was kind of nice, too. So Era does make a good sacrificial lamb in that regard. There we go. Citrus Berry couldn't even be used. And with that, almost level 40, and Mars goes down. I lost again. So first the Windworks and now Lake Verity that I owe you for. This shouldn't be happening to Team Galactic's commander. Calm down, Mars. I've done my part in all this. My mission was to transport the lake's Pokemon to our HQ. That's right. I accomplished my mission without a problem. Team, we're pulling out. The boss is waiting at the HQ. Pokemon at the 3 lakes are connected somehow. Thanks to Saturn's grandstanding at Lake Valor, a cavern appeared here. It was the cavern where the Pokemon Mesprit slept. Mesprit appeared too, probably to go help its friends. That worked out well for us. It was super easy to catch. So now we've got them all. Mesprit, the being of emotion. Azelf, the being of willpower. And Uxie, the being of intelligence. Now that we have them all, you can look forward to what plans Team Galactic has for them. I see. This also occurred at Lake Valor. Another legendary Pokemon was taken away by Team Galactic. Both of you went up against full-fledged criminals. The fact that you're unharmed is reason enough to celebrate. But what about Barry? What is happening at Lake Acuity? Is Barry safe? I don't know. It's a good question. Are you all right, Lucas? Don, what's Team Galactic up to? They better not harm the Pokemon they took from the lakes. Oh, you really think they're going to be nice to them? Of course they're not going to be. They're going to be evil. All right, I'm going to jump out of here on the water really quickly with my surf in tow. And... well, now we really need to know what's going on at Lake Acuity. Now, do you remember where Professor Rowan said that Lake Acuity is actually located? That's right. It is all the way over by Snow Point City. I'm going to grab this Fire Blast TM really quickly, although I'm not going to use it. Now, to get to Snow Point City, we actually have a lot of ground that we're going to need to cover. So if I fly all the way over to Celestic Town, this is going to take us to Route 211, which leads to Mount Coronet, which is our way all the way up here. See how Lake Acuity is all the way up that way? This is where we're headed next. So let's head straight over to Celestic Town. I'm going to heal up here really quickly, but I'm also going to grab myself some items over at the item shop. So give me just a moment. Okay, and now that that is done, we can finally head towards Route 211, which on this side of the route is actually not too much, although, man, I probably should have brought Bucky with me. I'm actually going to need to bring a few dedicated HM users through this area, which means I'm probably going to end up putting a couple of Pokemon on the back burner for a little while, but I'm going to try to use our current team for as much as I can. Not that we're going to do too much today, because this episode is already almost at an end as it is. Now, between episodes, I am going to take the time to go through the underground and see if I can't grab myself a few more shards. I definitely want to make my team just a little bit stronger, but by doing that, I also want to give Gyoja Fire Punch finally. I think I'm also going to replace Shadow Claw with Poison Jab, have both of those done between episodes, and then we should be good to go from there. There's going to be a lot of... I mean, I kind of want to look through and see what all the trainers are that we're going to be fighting coming up, but I definitely don't want to throw out any really good Pokemon against a lot of these trainers. But I am going to have to sideline 2, and I need to make an informed decision because we're not going to have another chance to switch out our team until we get to Snow Point City. So whoever I bring with me is going to be getting all of the experience. So I'm probably going to put somebody like Geist on the back burner. I honestly might put Gyoja on the back burner just because Gyoja is going to absolutely rip through the next gym. So there is that. I should also mention that as we're heading here into Route 211, that a lot of this is stuff I probably should have done back when we were here in Celestic Town, given that these trainers are a little bit weaker than what we've been fighting before. But Honestly, I'm not too beat up about it. It's fine. Because once we actually get into Mount Corona, that is where we honestly couldn't progress any further until we had Strength, which we obviously have access to now with Triton now having that. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name there for a second. Also, you can see there's a Strength boulder up ahead. I bought a bunch of Hyper Potions, so let's take a look at those. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of the rest of these Moo Moo Milks. We only got 2 left, so may as well. I'm really thinking Helena's going to end up getting put on the back burner here, honestly. It's probably going to be Helena. I want to get rid of... I kind of want to keep Geist, because I know there's a lot of flying types coming up. Well, actually, I don't know about that. I'm strong. Am I really? No, I am strong. Okay, all good to go. Wow, you started to be good. I think you'll understand what I was doing when you see this TM. And we got TM 77. Let's take a look at that. Spin out this move works to get your technical opponent raises defense by using Harden. Your Pokemon can use Psych Up to get the same defense boost as its foe. Basically, your Pokemon. So it's basically just copycat, but for stat boosts, which can be really nice. Not that I'm really going to be taking too much advantage of it, but hey, it's there. It's pretty nice to have. Let's see. That's really the only useful thing around here, except for I think there's a Carbos around here somewhere. Now, Era should be hitting level 41 off of the back of this fight right here. No problem. See how much that does. It's probably going to be a fair bit of damage. Hey, that's what I like to see. There's that spooky plate coming into play. Oh, man, if only I had Psych Up, I could get a double raise to my defense. Oh, dang. Not that I care. I think we only have like 2 other trainers left to fight in this area, if I'm remembering correctly. It's not a very big area, so like I said, I'm not really beating myself up too much. There's no new Pokemon in this area as well, at least not from what we've already seen thus far. Like, okay, I had the list here. It's Zubat, Machoke, Graveler, Noctowl, Meditite, Chingling, and Bronzor. Again, all Pokemon that we've seen before this point, but they are there. There is actually another side to Route 211 that is slightly different. It's on the west side, on the opposite of Mount Corona, which we could have gone to earlier. In fact, I think we may have gone to it earlier, but there wasn't a lot to do there because we obviously couldn't make our way across. That one has pretty much the same Pokemon, except for all the weaker versions of it. So Zubat, Machop, Hoot, Meditite, and then Chingling and Bronzor again. So yeah. Not the evolved versions, but the nice thing is that you can actually get some dual slot Pokemon over there, particularly Teddiursa if you have Emerald, and I believe you can also get yourself a Tyrogue with the Poké Radar, although we haven't really gotten into the Poké Radar in this Let's Play, and probably won't, because this is only something that you can get after getting the National Pokédex, which, like I've said many times in this Let's Play, we are not going to be covering the post-game stuff too much, so... Don't worry about that. We're going to just kind of do a brief overview in this Let's Play, and that it's going to be about it. But the main thing I care about while we're here is getting some items before we head into Mount Coronet. But of course, that is probably going to be it for this episode, guys. There's a Ninja Boy up here, which, how much do they have? Yeah, I think I'm going to probably save that for the next episode because that's going to be it for this one. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum very, very much. In the next episode, I'm actually going to meet you guys over at Route 212, where we are going to pick up ourselves Fire Punch for Gyoja's sake. I think I'm going to make an executive decision and probably end up putting both Geist and Helena away in this coming area, just because we are going to be running into a lot of ice types, so Helena's probably not the best play, but don't you worry, she is going to have plenty of time to shine soon after the fact. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.